Hey everybody, this is Shane. I have another Transformer today. This time I'm reviewing a Japanese version of the Classics line Megatron. I believe the line in Japan is known as a Henkei or something like that. I don't remember the name of the series right offhand. If someone remembers it, please do tell me. But this is the Japanese version of the Classics line Megatron coming out over here. Number one, I do have his feet already extended, and surprisingly, he's got good balance in his gun form. But as you can see, he's got surprisingly good balance. So that should give an idea of how much balance this figure really has. But this is the first Megatron outside of Generation 1 to actually be a gun. Now, there's a couple things I like about the Japanese version over the American version. Don't get me wrong, I like the American version until I saw this one. Number one, for the most part, he's actually in Megatron's G1 color scheme. The US version was mostly a mix of light gray, purple, and some black. This, for the most part, is black, lots of silver, and a little bit of red. And number two, this for me was the really big one. The US version, this tip and the tip of the scope are orange tipped. And that annoyed me. That really did. That irritated me. This, it's got the black tip. They're both black. For me, they actually match the toy itself. Now, as far as transforming him, he's really not too horribly complicated. But just go ahead and start. You grab the sides of the gun. Okay, before I do get to that, I will say he does have a functioning trigger. It does click when you pull the trigger. So, I thought that was a very nice little touch. Okay, but get back to transforming Megatron. First off, you grab the sides of his gun mode, pull them out. Alright. You can go ahead and fold this down if you want to. But go ahead, pop this out. You can then go ahead, rotate this piece in, bring it inward. Now at this point, bring up his arm, rotate it, it just slides right into place. Same thing for the other arm. If you want to, you can go ahead and flip down his chest right here, which reveals his head. And at this point, for the most part, you can figure out his transformation. Now let's go ahead, free up his legs. Bring up and hook this peg into this little peg lock in his back. Like that. You automatically have wings for Megatron. Now go ahead and just pull down his legs. Now I already have his feet extended right here, so just go ahead, fold out his legs for his feet for this other set of legs. Then at this point, I thought I had that locked in. Fold these open, close them in. Same thing for the other arm. There you have it. We now have Henkei Megatron. Hold on. There we go. There we go. I believe that's the name for this line, was a Henkei Megatron. Now, he is a bit top-heavy. Now, let me just go ahead and give it 360 degrees. I try to give that with these Transformers if I remember to. But this is probably one of my single favorite Megatrons post-Generation 1. Why? He still turns into a gun. He looks good. He's not terribly complicated for a Voyager class. Before I forget, he is a Voyager class Megatron. I love his color scheme for the Japanese version. As far as his articulation, yes, you can have him pose with his giant fusion cannon of doom in his typical G1 pose. But, I mean, he does twist back and forth. Hold on, there we go. His arms do come up, he bends at the elbow, rotates, and the hands are fixed. He'd been back and forth at the hip, swing in and out, bend at the knee, rotate at the knee. He's got no waist movement, and his head is on a ball joint, so you can position his head however. And honestly, this is a very dead solid Megatron. If you can find the Japanese version of him, he's going to be a little costly, but he's worth getting. Even if you can't get him, I'll be honest, I would still get the American version if you can find the Japanese version. But this is my review of the Henkei Megatron, a Voyager class Megatron. You have a good day.